out from Donald Trump Jr.'s releasing his emails this morning. So what is the political impact? Lena Epstein joins us, former Trump campaign co-chair in Michigan and former Republican candidate for the U.S. Senate. And Pablo Manuquez, he's former DNC staffer and co-founder of K Street Media. Lena, let me start with you. We're always told there was no involvement with Russia. Do you think these emails confirm or contradict that? I mean, clearly cooperation was dangled, but there doesn't seem to be any indication there actually was any.
This is absolutely speculative. The Russian lawyer said that she had no affiliation with the Kremlin. The Kremlin said they had no affiliation with the lawyer. At the end of the day, I think the American people deserve to know what was in the content of that message, and was that relevant behind the corruption of the Clintons, the Clinton Foundation, and their dealings with Uranium One.
Well, what about some of the emails that say that the Russians were supporting, Donald Trump, and this was an effort that would quote, incriminate Hillary, and her dealings with Russia?
I think it's very important that the American people in the end know the truth about the Clinton Foundation. And I'm concerned that the media isn't spending more time asking these pertinent questions. We're arguing or debating more about the source of the information. But in the end, the American people need to know, what was the Clinton Foundation doing with the Russians, especially as it pertains to Uranium One.
All right, Lena, well, you're talking about the Clinton Foundation and Pablo.
Right.
I mean,
I think that the big news story of today is actually the email that went on between Donald Trump Jr. and his friend, Mr. Gladstone. That one is actually incredibly troubling. And look, I'm not the kind of Democrat who hates Donald Trump. I don't hate the Trump family. I've come on here and I've been willing to take, them on their word that they weren't requesting dirt or that they weren't trying to find dirt on the Hillary Clinton campaign through the Russians. But now that it's obvious that they lied to us. I mean, this is something that if you're a Donald Trump supporter, I really think that if they had just gotten it together, like if this White House had just gotten it together from the start, think about how much of the agenda they would have been able to accomplish. This is a very aggressive president. This is a president who obviously has an agenda. He wants to drive it forward. He's convinced us all that this is what he's going to do. And yet the sloppiness of this operation is just, it's reprehensible. And I think that, at this point, there are changes that need to be made in this White House. And,
like what type of changes what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, for one, they need to get on the same page. I mean, are you kidding me? This is embarrassing. We just went to Europe and had long, drawn-out meetings with other foreign powers, insisting that we were trustworthy partners in this as an American White House, the White House that represents all of us, the people. But now, for those of us who have given the president the benefit of the doubt, especially from the left, we all look like fools. The lying has to stop. There needs to be some accountability. I think that the Mueller investigation now, a lot more responsibility falls on them to, discover the truth. Because if you think about it, if the New York Times knows what they've been reporting and what we've now established as fact, imagine what the Justice Department knows. Well, imagine what the FBI knows.
Get in on this. Lena, what about that? What about what Pablo says about the White House getting on the same page and that they lied to us?
Well, we're talking about something that occurred during the campaign. And I think it's very important to keep our facts in order and not to accuse people of being involved in lies. I think that that's very, very inappropriate and that's dangerous and that's unfair to the American viewer.
I don't think that they're lying on purpose, though. That's the thing. I have a faith in the essential decency of this White House and the essential decency of the White House personnel. I think that they're receiving information. Like, they're asking, hey, guys, did you meet with the Russians? Did you meet with anybody who might have had, is there a paper trail that exists that's going to completely screw up our ability to pursue something like tax reform?
Well, wait a
this
minute.
new information today is going to take us back weeks.
Let Lena answer. It is true. They always said there was no involvement with the Russians. Donald Trump Jr. has said that. And yet we have these emails.
Let's be very, very clear. We have to keep our facts.
Well, the thing is, they said they weren't looking for dirt.
Pablo, stop, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. It's Lena's turn.
Thank you. We must keep our facts in line. In the end, this Russian lawyer had no affiliation with the Kremlin. The Kremlin confirmed that they had no affiliation with her. The information that she was wanting to bring forward was very, very important ultimately for the American people.
I'm not denying that, though.
Wait.
Okay, allow me to finish, please.
I apologize.
In the end, the most important, thank you. In the end, the most important conversation for the American viewer and the American citizen today is what was behind those discussions. We need to know the truth of the Clinton Foundation, of their role in Uranium One. That is at the heart of this discussion, not the source of the information.
And finally, quickly, Lena, the truth about any involvement with the Russians and if anything was done here, and if the Russians did influence the election.
I do not believe that there was any wrongdoing with the Russians, and I will stand behind that.
All right. Lena, Pablo, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.